Jones.
Opening day memories. Anybody got opening day memories? 877-377-6963. I got one that reminds me of, and I'm pretty sure this was one of those home openers that I was taken out of school for. 1986, Three River Stadium, Pirates-Mets. Tell you about the divergence of two teams in that season, huh? Dwight Gooden, the starting pitcher for the Mets in that game. Rick Russell for the Pirates. Russell gives up 2 runs in the first inning. Gooden takes the mound. Remember, 85 was his Cy Young year. That was the season that Dwight Gooden just burst onto the scene. It was the Rookie of the Year the year before. R.J. Reynolds hits a leadoff home run against Gooden, and you're thinking, man, this might be a good season for the Pirates, huh? They lose 4-2. They finish in dead last, and the Mets won the World Series. So that tells you about that opening day, huh?
We're off to meet the Mets.
That's exactly right. And started a little bit of a hatred of the Mets. Started just a little bit of a hatred of the Mets. What do we got going? Hey, this weekend, C-Unit gets to go back to watch some Patrick Swayze, and he's into like doing extra credit these days. Like I love C-Unit. You've got a dedication that none of the other co-hosts or producers on this show have when it came to halftime homework, at least for the movies, because not only do you do your assignments diligently, but you throw in extra credit. I mean, you did Dirty Dancing last weekend. Is it Donnie Darko or is it Next of Kin this weekend, along with your real assignment, which, of course, is Point Break?
Next of Kin.
It's going to be Next of Kin?
Yeah.
Because Matt over there was thought you might want to watch Donnie Darko because I think he's into movies with fake rabbits.
Well, I trust Matt. I trust you guys.
It's a real rabbit.
Are you sure that's a real rabbit?
Steve.
Or is it like Harvey? Like there's a movie called Harvey about a guy that was that thought he had he had an imaginary friend that was a fake rabbit. So maybe
Shawshank Redemption. That's what he says. I conjured him up out of thin air like Harvey the Rabbit.
Well, all right then. I guess
I had
so.
to go to jail to learn how to be a crook.
It's up to C-Unit which one he's going to go with here, but I just appreciate the effort. That's for sure. And we haven't steered you in the incorrect direction yet.
What's it called again?
The one that you're gonna watch, or the one that Matt's telling? Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Is it Gyllenhaal in that movie?
Jake and Maggie, Drew Barrymore, Patrick Swayze.
Drew Barrymore.
It was Seth Rogen's very first movie he's ever did was Donnie Darko. He's in there as well.
What?
Wow.
Some movie trivia for you too that I had no idea about.
It's got to be hilarious.
Well, is it funny or is it just weird? I remember that. I've only seen it once. I remember that being one of those movies that you scratch your head throughout, but it was entertaining enough. I got through it. We'll put it that way. But I also got through Howard the Duck, so I don't know if you want to take that.
Jenna Malone's in it. Oh my goodness, it's got a great cast.
Good. Well, I don't know if I'll have much time to be watching movies now, this weekend, or anytime over the next 5 months. I think my movie watching days may be over. So that means the last movie that I watched was on Amazon 2 days ago called Sisu. It's a movie that takes place in Finland in the waning days of World War II, and this gold miner who is a loner all by himself happens upon it's always going to be a band of raving Nazis, and they steal his stuff, and they basically walked upon the wrong guy. So it's a good revenge movie with some really good explosions. If you're looking for that'll be the last one I watch all year.
We can get some American Psycho in there. It's got an Arkansan. Josh Lucas is in that one, but that's a comedy.
Well, that might be a direction we have to go next month, because we're already past the halfway point of this short month, Matt. I mean, we've got 29 days this year in February, so we got to start thinking about the upcoming assignment. And I think this one's all on you. Like you've got to be Professor Matt Jones for halftime homework for our friend C-Unit for this next month. So I think American Psycho is a good direction to start. Meanwhile, we get into hour number 2, and it's the last hour I'm around here for halftime. We'll have James Teague from the Teague Law Firm in just a moment as we get a little farther in to opening day, or at least a little closer to opening day. So stay with halftime right back after this.
Video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch.
Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. With up-to-the-minute odds, stats, and trends, you can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop or mobile device. Head to BetOnline today to become part of the team. And remember to use the promo code BELIEVE for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Looking for an African adventure without the hassle of planning? Kruger Safari Club has got you covered. Our custom hunting and safari packages take care of everything from transportation to accommodations, so you can focus on enjoying the experience of a lifetime. With our team's extensive knowledge of the best hunting and safari spots in South Africa, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, you'll have access to some of the most breathtaking views and exciting game hunting opportunities on the planet. And with our commitment to ethical hunting and giving back to the local community, you'll know that your trip with us is making a positive impact. Book your trip now and let us take care of the rest. Find out more at KrugerSafariClub.com.
Are you looking for the best Razorbacks insight and analysis?
Hell yeah.
How about listening to an Arkansas football legend?
Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
What's the voice of the Hogs have to say?
Hey, what a great crowd last night.
Don't forget about the Omahogs.
The Hogs are going to Omaha.
Matt Jones, Chuck Barrett, and Phil Elson, the best in the business on the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Go to hitthatline.com or search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share.
Are you in need of a good power washing? Mike Jr.'s Mo Wash is a full-service pressure washing corporation with over 15 years of experience in the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. Cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more. We remove dirt, grime, and more to give you that sparkle you desire. Call me at 479-763-5561. We're open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mike Jr.'s Mo Wash, one call, cleans it all.
Madonna has gone from like a virgin to like a surgeon. You can try to nip and tuck from the curse of sin, but eventually death is going to win. God will do major surgery on this sin-filled world, and when he does, people will try and hide their faces from him. Even plastic Christians won't be exempt. Look up Isaiah chapter 2 and see how the spiritual world renders this an immaterial world. I'm Pastor Abe from Woodland. Read about it.
That much to warm yourself up because you got all the competitive spirit, the love of the sport. So how long on a day like, 'cause I know you've opened up in cold weather before, how long before you don't feel cold?
Once you get into your pregame warm-up and your bullpen, you're fine. Really, the cold is the problem for the bullpen guys more than the starter, because the starter can ease his way into it as long as he stays warm during the dugout. In between innings, he's fine. But as a bullpen guy, if you're sitting down there for 3, 4, 5, 8 innings, and then you get the call, hey, get hot, and you're over there frozen, well, that's where it gets tough.
Were you a guy, James, that were you kind of a hype guy, or were you kind of a cool cucumber guy? And then who was somebody on your baseball team that was kind of the hype guy?
I tried a couple different approaches, and then sometimes I get too hyped and I get a little out of control. But I thought, okay, maybe I need to be the cool, collected guy, but then I'd come in a little flat. So I was kind of in between. Some guys, you see them, they're doing like smelling salts, and they're getting slapped around, and they're, huffing whatever they got, their secret concoction. But I think for most guys, that's maybe a little bit of show. It's just a matter of, but if it helps them throw good, then, so be it.
And then at some point it just turns into routines, because I think that's what sports are about, professional college sports, developing routines. And, you try to do that for these last few weeks. That's why you're scrimmaging every Friday and Saturday and most Sundays. That's why you've tried to, probably wake up at the same time, report to the ballpark at the same time. But it's like we say, well, scrimmages are one thing, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't feel the same as when it's a game. Is developing the rhythm of the season difficult at all, or is it something you could just kind of slide right into?
It is difficult. And as a quick story, so in 2015, I got the opportunity to start opening day, and my scrimmages after that, I was throwing amazing. I had a lot of feel, hardly any walks, breaking ball was good, and, got to the game, and it's just a different feel. Went out there, didn't have the same feel, didn't have a good start, walked some guys, gave up some hits, didn't have my best stuff, and lost that spot just from that one day. And so I think a lot of guys, going into it now, okay, it's going to be different, it's going to be more challenging, but that doesn't mean that you have to psych yourself out or get stressed out about it, but just know, okay, it's going to feel a little different, but I've prepared, I can handle it, let's go.
One thing that David mentioned recently, and I don't know if I'd thought about it in these terms, is it's been a long time since there wasn't a TBA for a weekend rotation. Heck, I mean, you got a 4-game series, and we know who the starting pitcher is for every one of them. Now the going idea here is all things being equal, and the guys pitching the way that I think they're expected to, you'll have the same weekend rotation for every weekend this season. I know a lot of teams would love to say that they can do that, but there is a feeling that this team, kind of has exactly that kind of rotation. What does that do to the feeling of stability for a baseball team when you know who your starters are and you trust in what they can do?
Yeah, it helps a lot, and especially in that long relief area, because if you're a long relief guy, you go into the weekend thinking, okay, if our starter gets in trouble, I'm going to have to come in for extended relief, maybe on a Friday, but then I may have to bounce back on a Sunday, or I may have to start on a Sunday if I don't get used in long relief. And so there's just a lot of variables. But I think when you've got your list of guys, it's just then the bullpen, it takes some load off the bullpen to say, okay, I'm a kind of a closer, or I'm a late inning guy, or I'm this role. Everyone kind of knows their spots, and you can mentally kind of prepare for those spots. Now, granted, a guy may go out and not have his best stuff, and then someone's got to come in, and those plans change. But you're right, it's been a long time since we've had, a solid set of starters that are healthy that we can throw out there. And as long as they go out there and do their job and give us some depth, then the bullpen is really going to be set up to succeed.
How important is it to get off to a good start early in these first 4 games? What were you always trying to accomplish in opening weekend?
So I think I don't think it's super important really as far as how you play or what the score is and all that. I mean, yeah, you don't want to go out there and lose and hurt your record, but ultimately it's just about kind of breaking the seal, getting those nerves out of the way, feeling what it feels like to go from the hype of a scrimmage to the hype of a game, and just connecting what you need to do in order to make the transition into that new echelon of we have fans, these games matter, and the stakes are a lot higher. And once you kind of overcome that hurdle, which hopefully you do pretty quick, you can kind of just check that box. Okay, now we can go play.
Did you guys ever feel the expectations of the fan base? You know, I mean, so it's been what I mean. It's been like 9 years, I think, since you pitched at Arkansas. Social media was around then. Maybe it's not quite as hyped up then as it is now. Maybe it was, but did you ever feel those expectations from the state, from fan bases, or was it just a matter of, you know, how you guys viewed yourself, how the coaches viewed you guys, and kept it sort of inward instead of outward?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely feel it. But I would tell people, though, look, if you want the glory, you know, you want to come play at a big school and people know your name and get all that, then there's two sides to that coin. So you kind of get what you sign up for. But there were definitely times, you know, where you hear the grumbles or, you know, you're not throwing as many strikes. Or there was a forum online. I don't remember the forum's name, but it was kind of just where players would get roasted, you know. So it was an ongoing joke. If you had a bad game, just don't go to it, because you knew that it was going to be about the worst things you could read about yourself. So you had to ignore a lot of that. And, you know, for me, I think when you're in the game, you can see, okay, I suck today. It doesn't mean I suck forever, you know, or I'm a bad player. I don't deserve to be here. I just need to figure out what I need to do to get better. And I think sometimes the fans are a little bit short-sighted and they lose sight of that. But ultimately, it's up to the player to know that and then just to make the adjustments to get better.
I've wondered a little about, you know, like a young player. I don't know how many of the freshman position players will get a chance this weekend, but some of the pitchers probably will. You know, I mean, is there pressure to just get out there and throw strikes? Because, I mean, you've seen it too with Dave, and it's not a knock on Dave because it's obviously worked, but, you know, a kid that goes out early in the season and doesn't throw strikes, it may be a while before he gets back out there on the mound in a game, and they probably know that.
Yeah, for sure. Most important thing is throwing strikes early on. If you get hit around, you can make adjustments. Okay, was it a wrong location or was it wrong pitch selection? I still maybe executed close to. But if you're the guy who goes out there and you're too amped and you know, we've all seen it, I've done it, you know, you spike one in the dirt and then you try to make an adjustment, and then it's high and arm side, and then the crowd murmurs, and then the next one's outside. Now it's 3-0, and you're thinking, okay, throw a strike, and then you walk him, and then it can tumble on you if you're not careful once you get out there and you start moving too quickly. I think that's what happens, you know, a lot of the young guys is they want to throw strikes so bad, they're either aiming or they're too excited. You're way better off coming in and pumping the zone. If you give up a few hits, making the adjustment from there.
Yeah. Hits are better than walks anytime. Any time at all. Well, all right, when you come here to the ballpark, where do you sit? Do you eat? Do you watch the game intently? Do you socialize a little bit? You know, when you're in the dugout, you got to be focused in on the game, you know, helping your teammates out with certain situations. Out in the bullpen, you're waiting for your name to be called. As a fan, what's it like for you when you come to games here?
So I was lucky. My wife had a connection with the box with her work, so I got to sit up in the box and, you know, have the box live with the food and all of that. But sometimes I'll go down the concourse and watch the game because I really like to watch the pitch-by-pitch part of the game, you know, okay, where I can be close. Okay, that was a breaking ball. He spun off of it a little bit. What's he going to do here? Okay, this is a hitter's count. How's he going to attack this guy? Okay, this guy got a hit up the middle last time. How's he going to – I like the interplay of the game a lot. Sometimes it's kind of hard to track up in the box. So I like to be close and personal and really watch. That part of the game has really never left me.
All right, so where are you in preparation for tomorrow's ceremonial first pitch? And how many times have you thrown it to the backstop already?
So, Phil, I got to be honest. I was going to go to I don't have a baseball at my house. I literally don't have a baseball. So I got to go to Walmart today, and I got to put up some sort of net or some sort of fence, and I got to make a few practice throws. None of my buddies are available for catch, but you know, it's just I can't go out there cold, but I can't over prepare, you know, because it's just a little lob. So I'm trying to walk the line between, you know, don't over prepare, but don't show up and throw into the backstop.
That's amazing, dude. Well, you'll do great. What do you want to talk about as far as your current profession, the law?
Well, I think for today, baseball is a little more exciting than the law, but as far as the law goes, a lot of times at the start of the year, you know, it's the fresh year, people have, you know, resolutions, this or that, and it's a good time, I think, to get your estate in order and to look at, you know, what am I doing with my assets? Do I have a will? Do I have a guardian? Do I have someone that can take care of my kids if something happened to me. And so I think at the beginning of the year, we have a lot of people come and say, man, I was thinking about this. I was with my family, and I don't have a plan. Well, here, we can help you develop that plan. We don't do a lot of complex trust work, but really the basics as far as getting a will started, making sure your kids are taken care of if something happens to you. It's something that we do a lot of.
James, appreciate you, man. Looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Come up into the booth. Say hi. Love to see you, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. It's good talking to you, Phil. Thanks, Matt.
Absolutely.
Thanks, James.
James Teague with the Teague Law Firm. They are back for another season here on Halftime with us. Teague Law Firm has been around for nearly 30 years. The best of Northwest Arkansas, 3 years running. They'll help with all family law matters, including guardianships, adoption and child support, criminal law matters, anywhere from felonies to traffic offenses, DWIs, and more. Teague Law Firm, a full-service law firm helping estate needs as well. You're going to talk to lawyers. You get their cell phone. Call James at 479-877-1688. 479-877-1688. Teague-law.com. Halftime right back. Take a couple of calls. And looks like they may be taking the tarp off the field pretty soon. And the Dukes have arrived. It's opening day. And halftime is back in a moment.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, skied in the left. That ball's hit pretty well. It is gone. Brett Eibner's hit a home run and the ball game's tied. Brett Eibner has hit a home run and the ball game is tied. The Razorbacks down to their final out, and Eibner, for all his troubles this season, has just saved things.
Listen to every Razorback baseball game on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Tommy Kraft for the Fence Man. If you've always wanted powered automatic gates at your home or business, but you didn't know who to call, let me tell you about the Fence Man. 479-782-3936. The Fence Man does it all. Custom wrought iron installations, automatic gates, even controlled access systems, and lots more. Ask about 18-month, same as cash financing with approved credit. For your custom fence and gate needs, call the Fence Man. 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Let's see. Leaky faucet Tuesday. Water flooding the yard. Better put that down for the middle of the month when the bills aren't due.
Honey, what are you doing?
Planning our plumbing problems, of course.
You can't plan our plumbing problems, but you should plan our plumber.
What do you mean?
Like all important contacts, I keep West Ark Plumbing in my phone. They're always there when we need them, and they don't overcharge since they know we don't plan our plumbing problems. Here, honey, here's their number.
646-5151. Thanks, babe.
West Ark Plumbing. We keep you flowing.
Elect Judge Sam Terry to Fort Smith District Court on March 5th. Trusted, experienced, and fair, Terry is a former prosecutor and experienced attorney. Judge Terry has been appointed an Arkansas Supreme Court Special Associate Justice and shows his community commitment through numerous volunteer efforts. Vote Judge Sam Terry for Fort Smith District Court Judge on March 5th. The right experience and the right integrity. Early voting begins February 20th. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Sam Terry.
Whether you're fishing for coldwater bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Drive a third-row SUV that is style in motion with the 2023 Buick Enclave at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Right now, get $1,250 in total savings or 2.9% financing on a 23 Buick Enclave. The 23 Buick Enclave, designed for the road ahead and well-crafted for your refined taste. Test drive a new Buick Enclave and experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
The Hangout, Fort Smith's newest fitness center. Over 8,000 square feet of 24-hour fitness. Indoor pickleball, tennis, and racquetball. Looking for help with your fitness needs? The Hangout has group and individual fitness training with more options coming soon. The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street or thehangoutfs.com. Pickleball leagues forming now. Be a part of something different, something better that Fort Smith has needed. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
For my mind, I'm a free man inside, as you should hope to find. I stand before you today, how I should be, an ordinary child of man for the world to see.
You're listening to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text ESPN Arkansas on the McClarty Daniel Hotline, 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
I want to thank Crabtree RV Center in Alma, sponsoring Halftime as always. They've served you in the River Valley in Northwest Arkansas for over 7 decades at the junction of I-40 and I-49. It's right by the Cracker Barrel. Crabtree RV. They'll help you find the best RV for your adventures. Service and parts departments on site. They've got everything you need. CrabtreeRV.com for more information. Got a couple all-star callers on hold. Let's go to Cody and Blue Ball on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. Hey, Cody, what's going on today? And happy opening day.
Hey, Uncle Phil, T-Bone. How you guys doing?
Well, I'm so glad to hear from my nephew today. Thank you, Cody, for calling. It makes me feel good.
Absolutely. Phil, you got me fired up, buddy. I got my old Del Murphy mitt out. I'm going to put some old Minkle on her tonight. My girls, they play softball, so we'll be making memories, man, playing catch and stuff out there.
Hey, I had a
really
Dale Murphy mitt, too.
That.
I had a Dale Murphy mitt, too. You and I must be around the same age.
Phil, we've got to be brothers, man. We've got to be.
I thought I was your uncle.
Really
we can't be brothers, uncles, and nephews all at the same time. Let's keep things straight.
Phil, in Blue Ball, anything goes, buddy, so it's perfectly fine, man.
Wouldn't go into that direction, though.
Okay. I had some music movies for you guys. I know you're talking about that. I had thought of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course.
Great one.
School of Rock with Jack Black.
That one too.
Let's see, Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny with Jack Black, Kyle Gass, and Tim Robbins. Again, High Fidelity, same movie with him and Tim Robbins. Have you guys seen that?
I know that I've heard the band. I've not seen that movie though.
Okay. For my boy Matt Jones, I got Crybaby on there, buddy. Our boy Johnny Depp, I got Crybaby on there.
That's an entertaining one. I like that one.
Okay. And my last one is Tom Cruise, Rock of Ages, where he does his own stunts and his own singing. Have you guys seen Rock of Ages?
Have you seen Johnny Depp in The Demon Barber of Fleet Street?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
T-Bone, in my closet, in my Mojo Dojo Bat Cave, I have one in my house. I have a cardboard cutout of Captain Jack Sparrow, Willy Wonka poster. I've got the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. I've got my Kenny Powers bobblehead dolls in there, man. One of these days, guys, we're going to meet, and I'll show you some really cool stuff. But also, Phil, I wanted to give you my walk-up song real quick. It would definitely be Nelly, Batter Up. That would be my walk-up song, buddy.
I know Nelly loves his baseball, being a guy from St. Louis. Cody, it's good to hear from you. Nephew Cody. Now I know what my family tree looks like, and it's just one branch. Charlie is next on the McClarty Daniel Hotline. What's up, Charlie? How are you?
Well, Phil, I'm gonna try to add to that branch. You're more like a brother to me, though. Like you're like the older brother that, we can talk, and you probably kicked my butt back in the day because I was like younger than you. Same with Matt because he's 6'6", 230 plus pounds. So you guys, y'all are like bros to me. Same with C Unit. So that's what we'll do here. That's what I'll say. We're brothers.
That sounds good. I'm good with that, Charlie. What's going on?
Well, I was listening, man. That story on Hagen Smith, really interesting there on Razorbacks Plus. I was listening to what they were talking about and the fact that he's gotten stronger. And people always talk about during the season, like a pitcher's got to add this, a pitcher's got to add that. Well, I've always said it's really hard to do during the season, but they've talked about, him adding somewhat of a changeup. I know you've probably heard that, but being more consistent with that and adding an extra pitch. How much, for me, Hagen's already like borderline right there elite. I mean, I think he's right there. For you, Phil, what is it going to take this year for him to take that step and you say, you know what, this guy is a can't-miss prospect at the next level if that were to happen? Obviously, he's got to stay healthy. But what do you think he needs to do to kind of take that next step? And I'm so excited for opening day. It's awesome. Can't wait. And I'll be listening to you guys and enjoying it. Y'all have a good one. Have a
Thanks,
good weekend,
Charlie.
too.
Look, I think Hagen's always had dominant stuff, but it does sound like he's gotten bigger, faster, stronger. He's throwing harder, and he's added that splitter. Dominance is an interesting word. I don't know if I'd say Hagen's ever been dominant. And to me, dominance is being able to mow through a lineup and not making it look easy, but making just get strings of outs is what it is. And I think he can string those together without having to go 6, 7 pitches deep on a routine basis. Like that's the difference between a guy who will pitch on Sundays and gets taken out of the rotation because he doesn't throw enough strikes and doesn't give innings that you need for a Friday starter. Hagen has the stuff and the athleticism too, and that's a thing that stands out about him is that athleticism. Not all pitchers are athletic like he is. You need 6 to 7 innings from him. Not today. I mean, that's not what you're looking for today. Just want him to go out there and show that he'll be a little bit. The word is efficiency, and it's odd, Matt, because I don't know if people usually put the term dominance with efficiency, because I think we think strikeouts with dominance. You don't have to get strikeouts. You have to get outs, and you have to get outs in strings, and the occasional 2-pitch out, 1-pitch out is so helpful. Is so helpful to a team. You show me a team that has pitchers that get outs within 3 to 4 pitches on a routine basis, and I'm going to show you a team that wins a heck of a lot of baseball games.
Yeah, you want to limit the unforced errors to use a tennis term. You want him to make it's kind of like Devo's game, Phil. Devo will play a good game, and it's not like he's going to score 27 points, but he's making the right basketball play. You want everybody to start getting in the habit of making the right baseball play, knowing where to go with the ball. I don't know how much time, like if you had a runner at third, I know it's situational, Phil, but if let's say there's no outs, there's a runner at first and third, and you get the ball and you're the third baseman, do you try to turn 2, or are you trying to stop that runner from going home? Because my mind goes to take your outs. If you have to give up a run, okay, but you're kind of pressing, because sometimes it's not a guaranteed play, where more like if you go to first with it, that's an out. You go try to turn 2, whatever. Is it just situational?
No, you're absolutely right about that, and you use the word that is. Baseball is such a situational sport, and I guess maybe all of them are, but it's about situations, and they run through all those situations and practice moments during the preseason, and then the scrimmages help as well. But that's also what this weekend is about, is starting to develop those habits in certain situations, to inning, to score, to situation, and where the ball goes on the field. Making sure you remember when to pick up your coaches when you're running the bases, all these things. It's the little things, those little things that we hear so much about in sports. Yeah, and the word is situational, Matt. There's no doubt about that.
That's the truth. My dad's was a coach, and one of the things he said was take care of the little things and the big things that take care of themselves. And you're so right. You got to control what you can control, make the proper play, react and read to the situation at hand.
All right, I got to get out and go talk with Dave Van Horn for the pregame show. We're on the air for the broadcast in a little more than an hour. Matt and C-Unit and you, the rest of you, can take the rest of the way. So call up at 877-377-6963 on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Also, you need to learn more about Cottages at the Park. That's the newest community being built from Buffington Homes in Springdale. It is close to all the big employers, close to the university, and close to Arkansas Children's Northwest. It's an ideal spot for anyone who wants to enjoy relaxed living in the heart of Northwest Arkansas. You find home prices starting in the 400,000s, large selection of single-story and two-story homes, perfect for all stages of life. You can go to buffingtonhomesar.com/hogradio to learn more. And that, again, is buffingtonhomesar.com/hogradio. Stay with Halftime. MJ takes you right after this.
Home is everything. It's your sanctuary, your command center, your music room, and your art studio. It's where you eat family dinners and make lasting memories. When you use a Weichert... This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963. McClarty Daniel, a vehicle for every lifestyle.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McClarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McClarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McClarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. With up-to-the-minute odds, stats, and trends, you can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop or mobile device. Head to BetOnline today to become part of the team. And remember to use the promo code BELIEVE for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Looking for an African adventure without the hassle of planning? Kruger Safari Club has got you covered. Our custom hunting and safari packages take care of everything from transportation to accommodations, so you can focus on enjoying the experience of a lifetime. With our team's extensive knowledge of the best hunting and safari spots in South Africa, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, you'll have access to some of the most breathtaking views and exciting game hunting opportunities on the planet. And with our commitment to ethical hunting and giving back to the local community, you'll know that your trip with us is making a positive impact. Book your trip now and let us take care of the rest. Find out more at KrugerSafariClub.com.
Are you looking for the best Razorbacks insight and analysis?
Hell yes.
How about listening to an Arkansas football legend?
Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
What's the voice of the Hogs have to say?
Hey, what a great crowd last night.
Don't forget about the Omahogs.
The Hogs are going to Omaha.
Matt Jones, Chuck Barrett, and Phil Elson, the best in the business on the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Go to hitthatline.com or search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share.
Are you in need of a good power washing? Mike Jr.'s Mo Wash is a full-service pressure washing corporation with over 15 years of experience in the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. Cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more. We remove dirt, grime, and more to give you that sparkle you desire. Call me at 479-763-5561. We're open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mike Jr.'s Mo Wash, one call, cleans it all.
Madonna has gone from like a virgin to like a surgeon. You can try to nip and tuck from the curse of sin, but eventually death is going to win. God will do major surgery on this sin-filled world, and when He does, people will try and hide their faces from Him. Even plastic Christians won't be exempt. Look up Isaiah chapter 2 and see how the spiritual world renders this an immaterial world. I'm Pastor A from Woodland. Read about it.
Hotline 877-377-6963. Let's get back to the show with the voice of Arkansas Razorback baseball, Phil Elson, and Razorback football legend Matt Jones.
Oh, yes, sir. Billy Corgan bringing us back in on halftime here on this opening day Razorback baseball season. Phil Elson is at the ballpark, Baum Stadium. If everybody going up there to check it out, man, just went outside. It's me and C Murder for the rest of the show. We got about an hour left. We're breaking
the golden hour technically.
You're right. I went outside just a second ago. It's already dropped 10 degrees from since work started today, Christian.
Yeah, the weather's great, man. You just hope the rain holds off. I know it's kind of sprinkling a little bit, or it was when I was out there. Opening day, man, you want the weather to be perfect, but you know it's still baseball, man. Will
this game be on TV? I guess I should have asked Phil. Is it like an ESPN Plus game or something?
Yeah, if you've got the ESPN app, they usually have every game on there.
That's going to be something. Well, hopefully it's pretty. I mean, you got a bullseye on your back. That's for sure. If the medias are picking you guys in the top 5, picking you to win the national title, and that's why you come to Arkansas. That's what we just had James Teague on. He talked about that. You come to the University of Arkansas for a chance to win the chip, and apparently this team's going to be okay in the pitching department, and hopefully the bats will come through. And it starts, Christian. It starts just like basketball, just like football. It starts on the defensive side. If you got to be able to play defense if you're going to play at this level.
I agree on that as well. And what excites me about this team this year is it doesn't seem like there's this huge question mark. I mean, you're always expected to go to Omaha when you got Dave Van Horn, but this year it seems like the rotation is solid. They're healthy. That's another thing. You know who your top 3 guys are. And you don't have to kind of worry about who's that third guy, at least not right now. It seems like they've got an idea on who they want to roll with. So that's always a good sign, and that's a confidence booster for me, just seeing how this season can play out. I mean, pitching is crucial. I mean, hitting is obviously an important part of it, but you get down to the playoffs, the NCAA regionals, super regionals, you're not going to be able to put up 10 runs a game. You got to have guys that can go out there and shut them down, and that's still yet to be seen. We know what Hagen Smith and Tigert can do, what they're capable of, and we've got some other arms to go along with them. So let's get this thing going.
Yeah, you got it. When it gets down to it, it's like a March Madness. When you get into the tournament, you got to be able to win games in different ways. Sometimes you got to outscore them. Sometimes you got to win a 2-1 game. And I think this team will be all right. All right. Another thing we haven't got into all week, used to be one of my favorite times of the year. I still will dig it. I still will check it out. And it's the NBA All-Star Game and festivities that they have going on. The dunk contest, man, Vince Carter. I mean, even just a couple years ago, the dunk contest was so legit. It'd be interesting to see. I think you got Jaylen Brown, Yami Yaquez Jr., Jakob Tobin, and Mac McGlung. Now, I think Mac is a G League guy. I don't know why some of these, Christian, I would like to see some of these guys that are 25 and under compete in the dunk contest. Some of these younger guys don't do, Zion would have been cool. I think LeBron James even years ago, I believe Kobe did the dunk contest. But that first contract, see some of these athletes, give the people what they want. That'd be pretty cool. And then the three-point contest, that's going to be something that will be very, very interesting. That's still one of my favorite things is the three-point contest.
Yeah, those are always fun to watch, and I think Mac McClung won it last year, if I remember right. And the thing I like about the dunk contest, it's not always the star players. It's some of the guys that you may have heard of, but hasn't really bust on the scene yet. And sometimes that dunk contest can really
elevate
their exposure, so to speak. So that's awesome to watch. I know you said Jaime Jaquez is in there. He's a pretty good role player for the Heat. I didn't realize he was a big dunker, but see, that's just goes to show you, you watch these competitions, you get to see what these guys really are capable of that you may not get to see in a normal NBA game.
Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown's the only one that signed a second contract out of this group. The skills competition is so cool as well. I'm a big Tyrese Maxey fan. He's at Philadelphia. I like his game going forward. I think he would be a guy that if I'm the Los Angeles if I'm a guy, I don't know if how easily dealt that Philly's going to deal him. But, man, that's a guy I'd be calling about, trying to find out because, man, his future's bright for the next 10 years. In the three-point contest, Christian, my guy, the guy I've liked since he's come out of Weber State is Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
I do not know. I mean, I didn't think it was a good move to fire their coach when they did, but then you said, well, we're bringing in Doc Rivers. So you're like, okay. We'll give it a shot because that's what it is. I don't know that they got better. Maybe they need this all-star break more than anybody.
Yeah.
Because Doc's a proven coach, but I've never seen and this is, I'm 41 years old. Well, I'll be 41 in April, but I have never seen in the NBA, Christian, teams go out and make a move 40 games into the season and they actually win the title. It just doesn't happen. When you make a big splash around whatever, that team never really. Now you can go get a role player. No, you can do that. Even when LeBron James went to the Miami Heat, that first year they didn't win the title.
Nope, my Mavs had something to say about it, but you're right. I have some thoughts on this Milwaukee Bucks thing. I mean, you're 30-13. You fire your coach. Now that could have been for numerous reasons. Obviously, it wasn't because they weren't winning games. It's got to be something personal. And then you bring in Doc Rivers. Look, Doc Rivers is a pretty good coach, but his heydays were with the Celtics. He had like 4 All-Stars on his team. 3 of those are probably a lock for the Hall of Fame. And, I mean, you just think about what he did at Boston. I mean, he got a title out of it, but, coming to Milwaukee, he looked like he was in a good situation. You've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and for whatever reason, his first 15 games, they've looked just average, and they've got time to figure it out before the playoffs come. But, man, they lose to the Grizzlies last night, and they were
that's like a G League team almost.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Is your boy Ja Morant, is he playing for the Grizzlies right now?
He is not. He didn't even play last night, and a lot of those players for the Grizzlies, you haven't really heard of them. I mean, Ja Morant's the guy on that team, and for whatever reasons, the Bucks, man, they've got all their guys. They've got Brook Lopez, Damian Lillard, and Giannis, and they're not able to figure it out right now. They don't look like a championship team, that's for sure.
No, it's going to be fun, though. I do like the All-Star game. This is about when the NBA really gets –
Spring is just around the corner.
Really gets serious. We're figuring it out. Okay, yeah. You got Boston Celtics right now. They're 43-12. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 36-17, Christian. In their last 20 games, they're 18-2. That's the best record going into the All-Star break since the 1964-65 Celtics, Boston Celtics, that were 19-1, and their last 20 going into the All-Star break, and they won the NBA title that year. I don't know. Is Cleveland, are they a sneaky team that's coming up with Milwaukee's going back? I still think Boston's the class to the East. But how much are you buying any stock in this Cleveland Cavalier team?
They're playing really good basketball right now. They've got Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and after that, I mean, they've got Okoro, and they've got Mobley, and they've got another pretty good piece in there, Karis LeVert. They could be one of those teams where you get them in the playoffs and nobody wants to play them, but until they do something in the playoffs, I don't think anybody's going to really, expect them to make a title run. It's kind of like my Mavericks. I mean, they got Daniel Gafford and they got PJ Washington, but it's like, okay, let's see what you do from here. Cavaliers, they have been hard to beat this year, and you would think they're going to cool off at some point, but man, Donovan Mitchell is a great player. He was great on the Jazz. It didn't work out there with him, but he seems to have found his niche and a good role with the Cavaliers. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Cavaliers shock some people this year in the playoffs.
I think they might be this year's team, a version of Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Their last year, Sacramento kind of came splash on. You knew that they weren't really, kind of maybe like the Detroit Lions in football. You really didn't think the Detroit Lions were going to win it all this year. Maybe next year could be a sleeper pick. I do see one Arkansas Razorback C-Money that's in the All-Star festivities, and that is your boy for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Jalen Williams. Is that right? Is he the kid that? Nope. Sorry, that's the other Jalen. So there's no Arkansas Razorbacks participating in the NBA All-Star game. Okay.
I think it's crazy that Isaiah Joe still isn't on a 3-point contest. I know last year Ty was mad that Isaiah Joe didn't make the 3-point contest, and he was like leading the league in 3-point percentage. This year, I'm not exactly sure what his percentages are, but I know he is a lethal 3-point shooter. But you're right, Matt. Nobody from the Razorbacks are on the NBA All-Star team.
If you want to get in with halftime, please give us a call, 877-377-6963. It's me and C-Money here for about another 45 minutes. It's opening day college baseball season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Phil Elson's already up there at Baum-Walker getting ready. I know he's excited, and his excitement is infectious. But if you guys want to get in with us, give us a text, give us a call, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Spring is just around the corner, and Jelco Outdoors is ready with all of your spring fishing gear. Crappie, bass, catfish, Jelco has a great selection of rods, reels, and baits to help you fill that stringer. Spring turkey supplies are rolling in daily, and the firearms department is stocked up with ammo for outdoor shooting. Spring is almost here, so get outdoors and enjoy the spring season. Stop by Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith, for all your outdoor gear. Think spring, think Jelco Outdoors.
With over 40 years combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work. Real work. Working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
0.9% financing on a new 23 or 24 GMC Sierra at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $6,500 off with factory rebates on a new GMC Sierra truck, or take $3,750 off with 0.9% financing or 2.9% financing for up to 72 months on Sierra 1500s. 6.2-liter engine excluded. Conquer with confidence in a new GMC Sierra from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Do you need gutters but think they're too expensive, or that you need to get the soffit or fascia ready? No worries. Call the Gutter Guy. He does it all. No need to call multiple companies to get the right gutters for your home. Call the Gutter Guy. Quality, low maintenance, leaf-free gutters with a 5-year warranty. The Gutter Guy also does vinyl siding and windows. The Gutter Guy. Over 30 years experience. Call 226-1259. Call the Gutter Guy.
Husbands, sons, daughters, honor your wife or mother for Mother's Day at the inaugural Mystery at the Fort Legacy Ball, benefiting Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center on May 11th at the U.S. Marshals Museum. Buy your tickets today for this 1940s mystery dinner, coupled with an exciting night of investigative entertainment and lively dancing with the band Who Shot JR. For more information, call 479-452-2260.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Precision Overhead Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all of your overhead door needs. Fully licensed and insured, with locations in Rogers and Fort Smith, serving all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Give them a call today at 844-PDS-DOOR or online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Back-to-back winners of the Best of Award, Gold Best Garage Company in Northwest Arkansas, and also winners of the River Valley Precision Overhead Door.
Do you need an oil change but don't have time to drop off your car? S&J Express Lube will let you sit in your car while they do the work, and it only takes about 15 minutes with no appointment needed. Prices start at $35.99 for a 20-point inspection service. S&J Express Lube is open Monday through Friday 9 till 6 and Saturdays 8 till noon. You'll find them at 14818 Highway 71 South in Jenny Lind. Check them out on Facebook too. S&J Express Lube, your authorized Castrol dealer in Sebastian County. They are waiting on you now.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Just money we went across while the river flows. Warning volcano erupt 19 million years before. Where'd you go, Grego? Grego, where'd you go? Grego, 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 where'd you go? Where'd you go? Point Danger, Lamington Plateau. Wait a minute now, and I pour and I still want you back.
Welcome back to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Got a question or comment for the guys? Call or text on the McClarty Daniel hotline, 877-377-6963. Let's get back to the show with the voice of Arkansas Razorback baseball, Phil Elson, and Razorback football legend Matt Jones.
Back halftime here, myself. C Music is with us as well on the controls. Phil Elson is up there at Baum Walker. Getting ready for opening day. So if you guys are going up there to see the Hogs play today, be safe driving. Bring an extra jacket. Are they still called Afghans? You know, bring a throw of some kind. Make sure you stay warm out there because it's going to be. I just walked outside again. It's already dropped 12 degrees since this morning. So it's on its way. Everybody, stay warm out there.
Yeah, you don't want to be freezing, although I have been at many Razorback games where it's been very cold. When you're a Razorback fan, you enjoy baseball. They're good. The cold doesn't bother you too much, but I wouldn't want to be freezing right now this time of year.
Yeah. Go out there. That wind chill. The wind's gonna be picked up. If you're out there at the stadium, just take care of yourself. Let's go. We got one more little segment left in this hour. We got a phone caller, and if you want to do like Brian did, please call us 877-377-6963. Brian, what's up, man?
Hey, not much, Matt. How you doing today? I got a question about the basketball team. Is on the scholarships for the basketball kids and the NIL deal, is that a year-to-year deal, or is that just set for 4 years, or does that change every year?
They're not as transparent as I would like for them to be. They go out there and they ask for money, and then they don't tell you what they're doing with it. So that's always a weird thing. My understanding is it's a 1099. Everything's a 1-year deal. So and then it's renegotiated. But I could be wrong. I'm not privy to the information. I don't think a lot of people are. I think that's kind of the letdown is, well, these are the players you went and got. Then it's like, well, how much for the good players? Because we're spending money,
right,
and then we don't even have SEC talent on our team.
Right. So my comment on that is, every one of these guys on that team should be let go because they're not worth $10 NIL deal. They're horrible. And they should be lucky they're not playing the Iowa girls team because Catalan is a better basketball player than any kid on that men's basketball team. The Iowa girls would destroy Arkansas's basketball team. So that's all I got to say. That's how bad I think Arkansas Razorbacks are this year. And you guys have a great weekend.
Well, I don't know if I do like Caitlin Clark. Christian, I'll go to this. So the women's soccer team, world class, gold medal, World Cup winners, whatever. The American soccer team is amazing. They scrimmaged the 15-year-old boys team, and they didn't. That's the whole thing about the transgender. You have guys playing girls' sport. It's not fair. We already know that it's not. There's no way that a girls' team could beat this Arkansas Razorbacks team.
Yeah, people like to get caught up in, when Caitlin Clark's an outstanding player, and she could probably beat most women, but if you put her in the NBA, it's a whole different – I mean, if you put her in men's college basketball, you think her production is going to be what it is, and I mean, I wouldn't think so. I know she's obviously a great scorer. She can pull up from anywhere, but there's a lot more to basketball than just being a great shooter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to be a little more physical. Whoever evaluated this talent and went out and got them, they missed. That's just all it is. We are this basketball team. This is the least athletic basketball team Coach Musselman's had up there. And so the question is, well, was this your first choice of guys you went and got in the portal, or was this what you had to get because this is what was there? Who did you really target? Because the guys they got, this couldn't have been your first target. This couldn't have been the guys that he thought, oh, we're going to go win with these guys. It's almost like these are what we had to get left, or we didn't have enough money to pay the good players. And so and there is value in getting players that you don't have to spend as much money for. But we're smaller everywhere. We're least athletic. We're shorter. It's just one of those deals this year where we're not very good.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can say. I mean, now we know how Vanderbilt feels. I mean, we're not Vanderbilt, and we shouldn't ever have it. We shouldn't have years like this, but it happens. Sometimes you miss on some guys, and with the portal the way it is now with the portal, it's hard to. You got to put your team together pretty fast, and you got to take some risks. I know Musselman likes to put his team together as soon as possible, and sometimes that can be a good thing. You can get all excited and get your hopes up, and then you don't really know what these guys are going to do until they start playing a game and they start playing together, and there's no guarantee that they're ever going to really gel. I mean, until they get out there in games, and for whatever reason, there were times this year where it looked like they had some potential to get things going, but it just didn't work out. And I know that winning that Purdue exhibition really didn't help as far as expectations. I mean, I know personally, you're able to beat a team like Purdue, even though it's an exhibition, hopes go through the roof, and they haven't met them this year.
Well, we have about 30 minutes left in this beautiful Friday, the golden hour. This is opening day baseball season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Phil thinks they're going to go 4-0. That'd be good. Get out there, start. You want to be healthy, play well. And if you want to get in with us, please do. 877-377-6963. It's the golden hour. We got 30 minutes left after these messages.
Matching down payments up to $2,500 at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisal. It's the place to be for the biggest selection, the best prices, and again, matching down payments is like free money.
Yes, definitely. Like you said, it's almost like free money. Your $2,500 turns into $5,000. So come down here and see us, Harry Robinson Salisal Ford. We've got the best deals out there on the lot. We've got more inventory than we've ever had before. We have over 200 units on the lot right now to choose from. So get down here and see us. New inventory, 72 months at 1.9% financing on the new F-150s, and we just went through and repriced every single one of our pre-owned cars. Well, they are marked, and they're marked down, and they are priced to move. So come down here and see us.
And matching down payments is good on every vehicle on your lot.
Yes, new and used. Even on the new, you get your rebates, discounts. We'll match your down payment, and let's get you a special APR as low as 0%.
Matching down payments at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisal, and online at harryrobinson.com.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See Agent Randy Milam in Alma or Agent Brandon Zimmerman in Barling.
Are you interested in saving money on your heating bills and upgrading your home's energy efficiency? Now's the time. Installing or upgrading to natural gas allows you to take advantage of high-efficiency appliances that save energy and money. From furnaces to water heaters to gas dryers and fireplaces, there's a natural gas option to fit your home and your budget. What's not to love about that? Don't wait. Call AOG today at 800-842-5690 or visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
At A&P Auto Sales, we take pride in the way we do business. We focus 100% on our customers and believe car buying should be a fun, hassle-free experience. We will work with your budget and offer a dependable car at a price you can afford. Bank financing is available with approved credit, or cash is always accepted. Hop on over to 1202 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren and choose from a wide selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Contact us today at 353-1246 or check us out online at apautosales.net. Find your next car at A&P Auto Sales in Van Buren.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, mainly cloudy sky. There's a chance of seeing occasional showers, a few isolated thunderstorms today. Our high this afternoon will be into the mid-50s north, upper 60s south. We start to clear out tonight, and overnight low will drop down into the middle 20s north, low 30s south. Sunny skies are high in the 40s Saturday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3.
Coming to you live from the Crabtree RV Center studios. Broadcasting on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
We got a good one tonight. You got a team in here that doesn't respect you.
Ask me if I'm all right. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
We're going to go get one and celebrate on somebody else's field.
Matt Jones may take it to the house and the dunk.
Both said you had very motivational words at halftime.
It's halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
From the bottom of my toes to the top of my head. I put my heart up. Let's go, man.
Probably as frustrated as I've been the first half.
What's able one Razorback?
Second half, very happy.
Is vintage Matt Jones.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. Right now, let's take the field.
Call or text on the McClarty Daniel hotline, 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I don't care if I ever get back. Just buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Well, it is back halftime, opening day, college baseball. Arkansas Razorbacks are getting it on against James Madison here in about an hour. First pitch in an hour, and so
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's here. It is here. You think C Unit that they go for that they start 4-0?
I would hope that they do, and with all the hype surrounding this team, you would definitely want to see them go 4-0. And I'm not going to say I'd be happy if they went 2-2 or 3-1, but I would say the most likely scenario 3-1, just because baseball's a weird sport. It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row, and it doesn't happen very often. It's definitely rare in SEC play to beat a team 3 or 4 times in a row, but I mean, 4-0, why not? I know James Madison, in football, they're pretty good, but I'm not too sure about their baseball team. But I guarantee you they're good enough to beat you if you don't bring in every game. And that's just the way baseball is, man. Yeah, you may have a bad game, a bad day. You play 4 straight days, it's bound to happen once. But good teams usually find a way to overcome a slow start, whatever. And I'm sure we'll see. We won't see them play lights out this entire 4-game series, but I think what's important is you want to see them get wins, grind them out however you want, however they come. Obviously, you'd like to see them put up a bunch of runs. You'd like to see the pitching come out and be dominant, but season opening series, that's usually not the case. There's going to be something that you take away from a series, the first series of the year that you can improve on. You just hope that you come out 4-0. And to answer your question, yes. I answered that in a long-winded way.
I like it.
Yes, they can go 4-0.
Well, somebody who's just awesome right now, and we had a last caller bring this lady up, and I do want to talk about what Caitlin Clark is doing.
Yeah.
And she is Caitlin or Catlin? Caitlin?
It's Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark. Sorry, CC.
I think Brian said Catlin or Catalin.
As far as just being dominant, I'm trying to think of some of, Cheryl Miller, Deanna Troisi, Sue Bird, and Rebecca Lobo, those UConn teams, Hoslaw for the Tennessee Volunteers. But what she's doing, Angel Reese there in LSU, you're trying to think name recognition, women's college basketball. She's a star.
She's a Steph Curry.
She might be. Well, you're right, Christian. And what I'm saying is, she's the biggest college basketball star, men or women, in college basketball this year. Caitlin Clark is.
I would agree with that. I mean, you think about the men's college game. There's not one guy that just.
Zach Edey, is he moving the needle? I'd pay money to go see Caitlin Clark before I'd pay money to see Zach Edey.
That's a great point. I would too. She can shoot from anywhere on the court. That's really the only player that comes to mind when I think about that is Steph Curry. She is obviously the Steph Curry of women's basketball, and it's hard to think of another female shooter quite as good as she is that's maybe ever played. She's just got unlimited range. And to take take a shot from the mid-court almost to break the record, man, that's just confidence right there.
Oh, she has it. Absolutely. I wonder if this Iowa team, I've seen them play about 3 games this year. Yeah. They got a little bit going for them. I just don't know enough about the college landscape of women's basketball. I know South Carolina has 42, I think, consecutive wins. They're undefeated. They're going for the record. They seem to be the one that everybody's chasing.
Yeah, South Carolina is still the cream of the crop. Obviously can't count out UConn ever. And then Iowa, they go as Caitlin Clark goes. So if she really has one bad game in the tournament, which is
foul trouble, anything like that.
Probably never going to happen.
Yeah, get into foul trouble, something weird can happen. And in the mids game, it could be a repeat with UConn. It seems like they got Purdue and UConn being 1 and 2, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's hard to. Purdue was really. UConn was really good last year, and if they're anything like they were last year, I would not be surprised if they win it again, man. I know it's hard to go back to back. I understand, but They are really good. They've got the most national titles, I think, than any team in the 2000s, I believe. So they've got it rolling, man.
All right. Let's see what's going on. I saw Tiger Woods. He's at the Genesis Open. He shot an opening day 72, which is that's what are you going to do? I saw this Division II. It's Frances Marion, and her name is Lauren Taylor. So it's Frances Marion. That's the team she plays for, and it's South Carolina. So go figure. It's a Division II, 5'11" senior. Now you want to take a guess how many rebounds she pulled down in one basketball game? 5'11" senior.
I know it's got to be an astronomical number.
When I saw the number, I thought it was the game had to go into triple overtime, or it was a 2-day total.
30?
44 rebounds in one game. You're thinking, well, did anybody make a shot in that game? But they did. So that was that set the record for college basketball. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. We've got Cecil on the line.
Oh, Cecil.
Like to go to
yeah,
him.
we got our man Cecil. Let's go, Cecil. Hey, Cecil, welcome to halftime today. What's up, dude?
What's up, fellas? What's up? No, I was just, man, I'm always listening. Don't believe it. I just been a little busy, but I got something for you too, man. I just gotta link in with you. But anyway, I was wondering, Matt, you just said about Purdue and that girl Kaylin Clark. She is awesome. She's awesome. She's, to me, my opinion, she's way better than the girl from LSU. The girl from LSU just got starstruck, and that money took her away, just like it does a lot of the players, like Jefferson. It did Jefferson like that too. She is locked in the game. But Purdue, didn't we beat Purdue?
Well, not really. You got to think that a veteran team like Purdue, when they're coming in early in the season, they're not worried about the game as much as they're worried about the process. They're worried about situational. They're competing, trying to win the game. But I don't hang my hat on an exhibition game that doesn't matter.
That was the exhibition game. Because I was like driving and stretching my head. I'm like, let me call in. Because, I mean, okay, but we did play them in the exhibition game, and we did beat them. And we beat Duke. And what happened?
What happened is right.
Was it a dream or what?
Well, we got Filipowski. The thing with Duke, I don't think they're going to make a big run in the NCAA tournament. They are a tournament team. We got Filipowski in foul trouble real early, if you remember that, and he was kind of off the mark. And then our guards actually outplayed their guards. One of the few times this entire year, Cecil, that a big-time game that our guards actually outplayed the other team's guards.
Right, and one more thing, man. Remember, you didn't go because I didn't see you at the game, but at Northside 2 seasons ago, they had Lynx Academy there. They had the team from Denver there, the African guy that plays for Arkansas. Actually, my ex-wife's uncle, some kind of like stepfather thing or sponsored him or something. That's how he ended up at Arkansas. I guess that's how he linked in with Arkansas. But anyway, I took a picture of all the guys because I'm a sport junkie, and so I was watching North Carolina like last week playing. I'm like, there he go, the guard. He was like the number 2 guard in the country. I can't remember his name. He has like a fro like, light skin. He's about 6'2". And he starts at point guard for North Carolina. And I've seen several more. Was at Northside that's playing D1 basketball right now. So, and that guy played for Rodney Perry. Actually coached him. He played for Lynx Academy.
Cecil, we lost you. All right. Yes. Hey, that North Carolina, they're a team I have in the Final Four this year. All right, we'll be back to wrap up halftime after this.
I love baseball season. It's the best time of the year. Every Friday, we get to talk shop with one of my favorite former pitchers, James Teague.
12:15 on Friday is my favorite time of the week. I love joining you guys on halftime to talk about the baseball team and Teague Law Firm. You know what we always say, if we can't help you, we'll talk baseball.
Don't miss James Teague with the Teague Law Firm every Friday right here at 12:15 on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
The 1-2. He struck him out swinging.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
0.9% financing on a new 23 or 24 GMC Sierra at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $6,500 off with factory rebates on a new GMC Sierra truck, or take $3,750 off with 0.9% financing or 2.9% financing for up to 72 months on Sierra 1500s. 6.2-liter engine excluded. Conquer with confidence in a new GMC Sierra from Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Clogs? Nobody wants a clog. West Ark Plumbing knows that clogs are a serious issue. They can signal that bigger problems are on the way. So contact West Ark Plumbing while the problem is small. Slow shower and sink drains, gurgling toilets, and outside cleanouts making a mess? Call 479-646-5151 today. West Ark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning since 1993. They keep you flowing. If you have slow drains or high water bills, call West Ark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning service. 646-5151.
Got a pest? Call West. If you have pest or termite problems in your home, call West today and learn how their 50 years combined experience can help solve your problems with competitive pricing and quality services, all designed with your pets and children in mind. Call today and schedule your free estimate. They even offer Saturday services and long life attic pest control. Call 782-7291. West Termite and Pest Control, protecting your home health and peace of mind.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Husbands, sons, daughters, honor your wife or mother for Mother's Day at the inaugural Mystery at the Fort Legacy Ball, benefiting Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center on May 11th at the U.S. Marshals Museum. Buy your tickets today for this 1940s mystery dinner, coupled with an exciting night of investigative entertainment and lively dancing with the band Who Shot JR. For more information, call 479-452-2260.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Hey, Surrey!
You're listening to Halftime with Phil Elson and Matt Jones. Want to jump in the conversation? Call or text ESPN Arkansas on the McClarty Daniel hotline, 877-377-6963. Now, here's Phil Elson and Matt Jones.
Oh, my goodness. Back halftime here, last segment on this golden hour, this beautiful Friday. A little bit cold this Friday. If you're going up to the game, please wear a throw. Take you a blanket, an Afghan, a couple beanies, a scarf. Get your vitamin C in your belly. No sniffles after the match today. Baseball Hogs picked number one by, I guess, the most respective picker of all of baseball, Kendall Rogers, picking the Hogs number one. I know a lot of institutions, a lot of baseball still has the most coverage of different sports polls that you'll have. I think the consensus was anywhere from 2 to 5 for the Hogs. So no surprise, really, what Dave Van Horn's done right there with this baseball team, and the way he has them playing year in, year out. I mean, there's something all coaches say, and all the good ones anyways, is you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent, and if Dave Van Horn is one word, I mean, which he's multiple. He's a Hall of Famer, I think, Dave Van Horn is, but he's consistent, and it shows year in, year out. Consistently one of the best teams in college baseballs are this Arkansas Razorback team.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and they're getting some recognition this year preseason. I mean, to be picked to win the SEC, that's nothing to sneeze at. That doesn't guarantee you're gonna go on and do it, but man, to have that kind of recognition this early in the season, it just shows that they've got, at least on paper, the tools they need. They've got a good pitching staff and some really good hitters, good fielders. On paper, this is a team that should be in Omaha, but we all know that once the super regionals and regionals get here, it's kind of like another season. You just have to turn it up another notch and grind out these wins because everybody's hungry to advance. So I just hope this year, if we get into a slump or something with the bats, that our pitching's able to carry us through it, because that's what it's going to take to win a championship. And LSU last year, I think when they played Wake Forest in the World Series, they won like 2-1 or something. That's the type of pitching you're going to have.
Well, yes, we are, and another beautiful sport, another beautiful game that I absolutely love. We get some English Premier League tomorrow, tipping off 6:30 a.m. Brentford hosts Liverpool. That's going to be a fun one. You get it. It ends. I won't go through all of them because nobody wants to hear it but me. But you have it ends with Man City hosting Chelsea. That will be at the Etihad Stadium in Manchester, England. That is going to be a beauty. Man City getting their stars back. They're kind of like Christian. They're like Auburn in the sense where they have starters, and then when they bring in guys off the bench, they would be starting on a lot of other teams. So
man, that's a luxury to have.
Yeah,
right,
man, they're going to be fun. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a good sports weekend, Christian. That's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be watching some soccer. I'm going to be watching some NBA All-Star Game festivities, and I'm going to watch the Arkansas Razorbacks on some baseball. What are you going to be checking out over this weekend?
Definitely some baseball and some of the NBA stuff. I've kind of gotten a little bit more back into the NBA. I know Luka's kept my interest level high, but he hadn't really had any help. And Kyrie Irving's playing well, so I like to watch the Mavs. I know there's not any games, and then obviously Daniel Gafford having the Razorback connection. NBA's kind of got my interest right now, and then obviously baseball. I've pretty much tuned out college basketball, and I hate to say that. Well, not totally. Obviously, I know enough about the Razorbacks and all that, but it's just not. It's hard to get into it when there's like no hope this early. I mean, I know we're kind of late in the season, but we've known for a while that this Razorback team's not going to be in the tournament. So, just one of those seasons where you're going to have to flush it pretty quick. Obviously, 7 games to go, So obviously there's stuff to play for. You want to win, obviously, but yeah, definitely it'll be an NBA and college baseball weekend for me, and obviously I'm going to watch those movies.
That's right. You got some Point Break, some Donnie Darko. The last one for some Swayze. I'm interested also in this All-Star game that to see how Jalen Brunson performs. I believe this is his first one. I'm a Tyrese Maxey fan. I mean, I really think he's on the come. If you're looking at him for a future, he would be a guy that I would want on my team. Brunson as well. That's on the Eastern side. You said Luka Doncic. No question. Big time Luka Doncic fan. And then the Clippers. They have a couple guys, being Paul George and Kawhi Leonard in the All-Star game. So that's gonna be fun as well. And then the dunk contest and the 3-point contest. Those are my favorite. Now, see money. I didn't see Steph Curry in the 3-point contest, and I thought maybe it's a misprint. But I do see Damian Lillard. I see Brunson. I see Indiana's own Tyrese Halliburton, he's playing well, and Trae Young. So there's a couple names in there.
Yeah, there's some good names in there. Damian Lillard and Trae Young, obviously. Halliburton, not a quick release guy, but man, he gets that shot to go in, and that'll be fun to watch. Yeah, not sure why Curry's not in. It's probably
he's
probably more of a rest thing. I know you don't really get that tired from it, but I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with his age or whatever, just not wanting to risk injury. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think there'd be anybody better out there than Curry to be in that contest, but for whatever reason, he's not in it.
He's like Adam Devine's character on Pitch Perfect, Bumper. He's like, oh no, don't worry about it. I've already won this thing like infinity times.
That's true.
Yeah, so he's the GOAT. That's for sure. He will be.
He's got nothing to prove. That's basically what you're.
You're right. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. It would just kind of be if he wanted to do it or not. So that's what's going on. And then you got zeros. So we just had on the text line. Appreciate you. Thank you for texting today. Thank you all to all the listeners for listening as well. 877-377-6963. Number zeros. So that come to mind, I had a teammate, J.J. Sullinger, was a teammate my freshman year. He was number 0. One of the ones I always think of, Christian, is Agent Zero. Do you know who Agent Zero is, if I said that out there?
Oh.
So that's okay. Gilbert Arenas,
yes.
if you remember him, he's a number 0. Damian Lillard, a number 0. But a guy we just talked about, we did play a Smashing Pumpkins song, Billy Corgan, 0. So he's any zeros you got out there?
Yeah, that's hard. Zeros are not the easiest. I know there's probably been a Razorback at some point in basketball.
J.J. Sullinger. Yep.
Yeah. I want to. Who was it? Pookie Monica or somebody?
He was number 24.
Yeah, I was wrong I'm totally off on that. But there was somebody I want to say during that era that was number 0. Not coming to mind right now, but yeah. Gilbert Arenas, I would say.
Agent Zero. He had the name. He might have been one of the frontiersmen when it came to the Z. Oh, my goodness. It's baseball season, and we're here. Everybody, I hope everybody out there listening, I hope y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. Let's go baseball. Let's go Hogs. Stay warm out there, C-Money.
Yeah. Not going to be at the game, but I'm going to be in my apartment watching it. Hopefully they get it started on time. I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
Man, it's already feels like it's 38 degrees out there. So, yeah. Everybody, enjoy yourself this weekend, and we'll see you around.
Hello, this is Kevin Cowan at KC Insurance, and I just wanted to tell you all about plans that we have for Arkansans. It's through the Affordable Care Act, formerly known as Obamacare. Most Arkansans can qualify for a plan for $10 a month premium or below. We are located at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison, Arkansas, in the Ace Hardware Shopping Center. Give Ricky Cowan a call at 870-517-1207. Thank you.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization.